Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this video I'm gonna show you how I created this AI agent that produces for me viral POV YouTube shorts every day without me doing anything, and every content is created by AI. So here an image, video, sound, everything is combined, and at the end it's published on YouTube. And the best part is I have for you the template, so you can just download that and here import inside n8n, and afterwards you get this automation, so watch to the end. If you don't know what is happening right now, there are these channels that make millions of views. One day I came across this channel and here we've got, for an example, 36 millions of views. And this video is very simple and we'll create that inside this material. So just look on that, we've got the text here, the image which is turned into the video, and it's very simple. And these are the videos I created myself by using our automation we'll create in this material. So let's preview that, let's click here. What we have? Right, so we've got the music, we've got the illustration, we've got everything here that we wanna. Alright, so there we've got another case. The best point is, after you create the entire project, you can customize the theme. So you can, pick the ancient times and so on. We've got the music, we've got everything. And let me show you the last one example. Yes, so it's so nice. And even before we get started, I need to mention, all of the resources for this automation along with the JSON file to import that to the n8n, you can find inside our free AI enthusiast community. Inside the classroom, you've got POV video creator. When you click here, you've got all of the instructions, prompts we'll be using. So I will put the link actually in the description, and it's totally 100% free, so you can just join, and there we'll be using this, all of the data. Alright, so now let's dive in and build this project from start to finish. However, before we get started, let's go over to our free 100% community, and there I will show you how you can import the template from our group. So here, click on the POV video creator inside Classroom, and there just scroll down, and you should see like this JSON file POV YouTube videos. Click on that, click on download, and there go over back to your n8n, and here click on these three dots. Let me show you. Click on these three dots, click import from file, and there, after you do this, you've got the entire automation set up. You don't need to actually waste time to build that, and a lot of more. So you can check it out inside our community. Let's go over now to the homepage and build this project from scratch. So let's click on create workflow, and let's start with the trigger, which is on a schedule. So you would like to trigger this automation every day at midnight. It's nice. The next step will be our Google Sheets. So here inside we would like to get the row from the Google Sheets. And now it's very important. I prepared for you the template, all right, of our Google Sheets. Let me delete it very fastly. I prepared for you the template that contains the ID, title, idea, caption, and style. Also there we've got the production status, published status, and here, everything right there. So video link and posted content. You can go over there to our community, and let me show you. At the top, you've got this Google Sheets template actually to copy. So you open this link, and there you click on file and make a copy, and afterwards you've got it and you can use it inside your automation. So for now, what I can do, actually let me go over here and simply change the status very fastly. So now we've got our row template we can use, and it's so nice. The next step is to go over to our n8n automation and here set it up. So we just connect our n8n with Google Sheets, and then we pick our document. So for me, it will be the template. All right, so we've got POV videos ideas. Here, let's pick the sheet one, and there, let's provide the filters. So we'd like actually to get the row based on the production status. And here we want to specify to do, because inside, let me show you, here we've got the production status, and we would like to only take items that are to do. Afterwards, after we create the video, it will be set up as complete. So we would like to avoid like the situation where we take actually, the production status, which is complete. Let's go back here, click to do, and there make sure actually you add an option and you return only first matching row, all right? So you just enable that, and it's nice. However, for now, we need to have some data to base on and create, the entire project. So we would need to have actually the ID, title, idea, caption, and style, and all of this data, And for that, we will be using ChatGPT to create it. And I prepared for you the prompt you can use. So we've got everything here inside our community. And there it will just generate you the table with all of the data. So you can see ID, title, idea, caption, and style. So just copy that from our community. Again, go over to ChatGPT to the new chat. And here just paste it, all right? Of course, you can change there the main topic. I've got living as an ancient warrior and lost civilization. However, you can provide different topic. So that's awesome because this project, after you set it up, this automation allows you to create different themes, also different channels and so on. So here we've got 7 ideas. We can just copy this like this and paste it inside like there. Here inside the ID. And we've got our caption, idea, style, and everything we'll need for this project. Let's go back to n8n, and there we can test the step. All right, so let's see if we'll get the first row. It's important because here we've got the first item. However, if you disable this option, let's test the step. You have actually 6 items. We would like to avoid it. All right, so let's test the step again, and it's nice. The next step will be actually generating the titles for our content. So here we want to pick LLM chain. So we would like to create the titles. I will show you that in a while. And there, what we have, we need to specify define below and there provide a prompt. And for this, we'll be using our ideas from Google Sheets. However, we'll have another prompt. So actually, let me show you. We have this variable. Nevertheless, we go over to our community and we've got special code snippet to use. Because in case, all right, let's paste it here. And what it does, in case when we have our quotation marks, we would like to remove it. So this code actually, removes the quotation marks from our variables and it's very useful. We'll be using that and you can just copy that and paste. I also use ChatGPT to do this, so we can just copy and paste that inside, n8n. So it makes the sense because it avoids any problems we have in the future. Let's add the prompt for the system, and here also we've got the message, and it's so comfortable. You can go over again to the community. And here you've got this long prompt you can use. So you're an elite prompt generator, focus on crafting intense, hyper-detailed actually right. So here first person experience, and there your outputs must never include quotation marks, skip any scene that involves waking up. So also we are using this step, actually this one sentence, because LLMs are not accurate in 100%. And by that, we can be sure that in 100% this automation will work. We won't have any crashes in the future and so on. Nevertheless, for now, let's copy this entire message. And actually, you can read it. You can stop the video. It's totally fine. Let's click on message. All right. Actually, first see to the expression. All right. And here you can see how it looks like. Let's click on test step. And there, of course, we would need to choose the model. So there, let's pick OpenAI. And for these circumstances, we need to create our credential. So there, actually, if you don't know how to do it, you can go over to some video about it. Let's pick GPT 4.0. All right, it's nice. And there, we can go over here and also add something which is called output parser. So we need to go over there and require specific output format. So here we can click on connect an output parser and click on item and list output parser. For now, we wanna actually get a number of items and click on one. Afterwards, what we'll do, we'll get 3 number of items for our entire project because we would like to have 3 ideas, 3 different clips and so on. However, for now, we would like to specify the number of items, which is 1. So it says actually create for me 1 title for my project. Let's rename it. So let's, for the organization purposes, let's rename it as generate titles. All right, and now let's test the step. So you should return, actually it should return one item, which is POV drawing a gleaming blade from overgrown roots. It's very, very cool. Also, for the organization purposes, let's go over there and copy all of these sticky notes from our project, so we know what we are creating step by step. Let's go over here and let me very, very shortly organize it. So now it looks better, and now we can notice we've got our part for the inputs already set up. So let's go ahead with the part for getting the prompts. And for that, we'll be using just OpenAI. All right, OpenAI, and here message a model. All right, and there what's very important. We pick our model. So here it's GPT-4. And we've got our prompt. We can actually use it from our community. So we've got generate prompts, and here you're an advanced prompt generator, AI specialist in expanding short POV videos. And there you've got everything actually, provided there. You can, of course, stop the video, read it. For now, I don't want to waste your time. So let's provide a prompt. Actually, firstly, let's change it to expression. All right. And here, let's see. So what we do, we've got, actually, this is a short prompt idea you need to expand upon. So there we provide the text from the generate titles. So here we generated the title, and there we just fit this step with this data. Also, we provide the first actually row for the style. So here we've got the expression, which is first, and there we've got also a lot of explanation. So every prompt has two sections. In the foreground, show and describe the hands, limbs, or feet of the viewer. Must start with first person view, POV, and so on. So, you don't need to create it. You can go over to our community and just copy and paste it. All right, for now, that's everything. We can click on test the step and see what happens actually. So as you can notice here, we have our answer. So first person view, right? And it's nice. We'll be using that in the further steps. So now we've got two parts created. So inputs and get prompts. Let's move forward because this is the part for creating images. And firstly, we'll be creating HTTP request because we want to use the application that will generate for us images. Let's pick the method which is post, and there I can go over to website which is PAPI, and we'll be using that for either generating images and videos. So there actually, let's go over here. You need to set up an account firstly. Afterwards, probably you need to add some credits. However, it's still very affordable. So there you need to add some credits. And what you need to do next? You need to go over to settings, API keys, and here you just create new API key. All right, you just create new API key, and there you can name it, and there you can copy that. Let's go over to our automation, pick post, and here provide the URL. And now what we can do, we can go over to our community, and you've got the method URL you need to copy. So here URL, let's go over there. All right. And now you need to enable send headers. Also, you've got explained that here send headers, header name, and there we'll need to paste our API key. So let me copy that and here provide the name. And now I need to provide the value for my API key. So again, I can copy my API key from here, and now I can just paste it. Also, we need to send the body, all right? In order to trigger the specific model from this entire website. So here, what we do, we pick the body content type, which is raw, and there we provide a content type, which is application/JSON. Also, you can copy that from here. So you've got there this right there. And also we've got our body. We need to just copy, and it indicates that we'll be using flags1 to generate the image. And we'll be creating text to image. There we've got the input, so width, height, and so on. So here we can just copy that. We can go over here, change to expression, and there paste it. We've got JSON message content, so we'll be using that from OpenAI. And also when you go over here, and you go over to image models, to the flags, and there you've got run API. So we've got the documentation, and you've got here everything explained. So you just need to, yeah, copy that. Here you've got application JSON, so body parameters. Also header parameters, so you can just copy that in case you've got some problems, all right? You can go over here. Now what we can do, we can just test the step, so see if that works. We've got invalid request. So let's see what we have here. Row, and we've got post, all right? So in general, I don't know what happened. However, the only problem was I had to run the entire workflow instead of one node. And after I did that, everything worked perfectly, all right? So I don't know, however, it's a little bit weird. Nevertheless, let's go over ahead and let's add the next node, which is wait. We would like to wait for some specific time because we want to give the time to the model to generate an image. So let's pick the amount, which is 3 minutes. And actually, let's name it. So 3 minutes. However, for now, let's pick the seconds, because obviously I don't want to wait 3 minutes, all right? So let's test the step. And here we should have the output from our previous node, all right? And now, after these 3 minutes, so after the image is generated, we wait 3 minutes, and then we would like to get our image, all right, with the HTTP request. And here we pick the method, which is get. And there, let's go over to our community, and we've got the URL. We need to copy and paste. All right, let's paste here the URL. So we've got the JSON data task ID. So we pick the task ID from here. And overall, what we do, we send the headers. And again, we provide X API key. Also, we've got that in the documentation. And we need to provide our API key. So let me just take it and paste. All right. And now let's test the step. And now, as you can see, I've got my video, which is so nice. And here, actually image, I'm sorry. I've got here my image, so I can go over here, just copy that and paste it and see what we have. And it's so nice. I've got my image that I will work on. It's very cool. Let's name it like this node to make it structured as get image. All right, we can rename it. And now we can go further. Let's structure it like this. Let's generate a video. For generating the video, also we'll be using PAPI and here the model, which is Clink. All right, so we've got it. Here you can see in the past I generated a lot of videos. Nevertheless, let's go over here and set up another HTTP request. So let's go over with the HTTP and there provide a method which is post. And let's go over here. All right, we've got image to video. So we've got the URL. Let's pick it, post URL. And there we need to provide actually send headers. And again, the name, which is X API key. Let me provide my API key. And there we need to send the body. There pick actually row, content type. So again, application .json. And here we need to just paste the body. So there we've got actually our body. And there we specify that we are using model, which is Clink. There we would like to generate a video. We've got the prompt, the quality, and everything here. So we can change to expression and hopefully now it works. So let's test the step. And yeah, we've got it. So we've got our image URL and now the status, which is pending. So the video is actually being generated. And there it approximately takes some time. So let's add the wait node, which is 8 minutes. So let's rename it. Wait for 8 minutes. All right. And now let's specify 8, however, seconds. And we can just test the step. Nevertheless, for now, it's still being generated. So actually I can go over here and refresh the page. And we've got the video, which is processing. To process with the further steps of this automation, actually we need to wait until this video is generated. After our video is generated, we can go back to our n8n. And here, let's actually copy this node to get the image. However, for now, we would like to get the video. Let's place it here. All right. And now let's rename it as get video. Okay, let's rename it. And now everything is actually set up. We can test the step. And we've got the task type video generation. We've got here video URL. Let's copy that and let's preview that in the new tab. Nice. So we've got our animation created. We can process with the next steps of this project. So let's go over ahead and create another HTTP request. HTTP request. And here name it as text to sound. So we've got firstly what we did. We created our images. Then we actually turned them into the video, and now we need to add the music to the video. So we've got text to sound. Let's rename it. Let's change the method to post and pick the URL, which is inside here. So we've got the URL. Let's provide it there. And here, send the headers. We've got XE API key. So this is different because previously we had only the X. And now we need to create our API key. For creating our voiceover, actually our sounds, we'll be using 11 Labs. So you can go over here, go over to actually API keys, and there create your API key, all right? After you create your API key, just paste here, and also we need to send the body. And there we would like to pick row. And again here, pick application JSON. Pick the body. So inside here, we've got the body we need to use. So there we've got no voice. We would like to only have the sound. Duration seconds is 5. Let's pick the expression, and they're provided here. Also, there's some problems. So let's see what is happening. We've got JSON, message, and content. Actually, let's go over there. So, and there actually what you can see. And we'll be using this variable, so the content. However, here we have the name, which is OpenAI. So now, however, there we've got generate prompts. So either we can change it to OpenAI, all right, and now it works, or just let's go over here and change the name to generate prompts. We would like to have everything organized. So generate prompts, be aware of misspellings, generate prompts, and now it should be at the point. Yeah, all right, it's at the point. We can test the step and see how it performs. So we've got our output. It's connecting to the 11 Labs. And let's wait a while. All right, we've got our audio created for this entire clip. Next, what we would like to do, we want to upload this clip, actually this file, to Google Drive. All right, so here I want to pick Google Drive, and there upload file. We want to connect our file. You want to have your credentials here, and there what you want to do, you want to get the task ID. So here in the file name, we've got task ID. Let's test the step. Actually, also remember to pick the folder. So I've got my folder there, and what I have here. Short form sound. I should have this folder, so short form sound. Like create a folder for your own. And there, let's test the step. So how it performs, that's correct. So we've got our file uploaded. Now what we want to do, we want to merge actually 3 different nodes. So let's add here the node which is merge. And there we want to have number of inputs which is 3. And what we want to do, we want to merge our Google Drive, our video, and our prompt from ChatGPT. So we've got 3 different inputs. Let's actually go over and rename that very fast. So we've got here merge video content. Let's rename it. And now what we want to do, we want to clean this entire data. So let's pick the code node. And here we've got our JavaScript. Let's go over to our community. And there we've got our code we want to use. So here, let's use it. And now what it says, we just take our scene titles, and we take video URLs and we get sound URLs and we get the text, video URLs, and there the web content link. We can test the step and see what's happening. So we've got here the problem. So I forgot to change the mode of the merge node, and for sure it should be combine. Here position, so combine items based on their order, and here free. Also there we need to have other order, and additionally we should have generate titles instead of generate prompts. It's my mistake, so we need to pick actually connect that to input 1. There, get the video to input 2 and get actually, connect the drive to input 3. And now let's see if that works. All right. And here we'll clean up the data. So let's test the step. We should have all of the content. So nice, it works. So scene titles, video URLs, and sound URLs. It's nice. We can process with the next steps. Actually, what we need to do next? We need to render the entire video, because remember we've got overall a few clips. We would like to actually combine everything together, all right? So create one long form video. For this case, we'll be using HTTP request, and here another application. Nevertheless, for now, let's go over right there and search for render video. We've got the method, which is post URL, which is this one, and we'll be using create-o-mate to do this. So here I can go over here, right there, change the method to post, enable the headers. So right there, let's see what we have. Name authorization. All right, and there we need to provide the value. So right now, let me go over here to this website. You need to set up your account. Actually, let's go over to create-o-mate. You need to set up your account right here. So click get started. Then click on these 3 dots. Click on the project settings. And here click to reveal the API key. For now, I won't do this. Actually, I can go over right there. And from here, take my API key. Also, what's very important. We'll be using bearer actually sentence to for the value. So first you need to type the bearer, and here paste your API key right there. All right. So we need to do this by this way. After that, we need to add another parameter. So here we need to provide the name, which is the content type, the value. So here application JSON. We need to enable the body, so send body. And here we need to go over and provide this entire sentence. Let's go over here and right there in the value and the expression, provide the body, and right there in the name, we can actually we can specify it, so using JSON, and here in the expression provide the entire body. So let's go over with the expression, provide the body. And now it looks by this way. So what we do, we just actually, take this content and we provide it. We just provide it to the application. Let's go over, test the step and see if that works. Hopefully we don't have any problems. All right, we've got some problem. So there, let's see what we have. All right. So now what we need to do, and it's very, very important. Before processing actually this entire node, we need to go over here to create-o-mate, and there go over to templates and create blank template. What's even very important, after you do this, you should go over to source editor, and here I created for you the template. Of course, the template you can find inside our community. So let's copy that, just paste here, and after you do this, you've got like this template set up. You can click in the right top corner on use template and their API integration. And here we only need to have the template ID. That's correct. Let's go over here and open that. Take this template ID, provide it here, and now everything should work. So you can test the step. All right. So as you can see, we've got our template ID, and there the status is planned. So even we can rename it as render video. That's correct. Let's click on rename. Let's go over to canvas, and here provide the wait node, which is wait 2 minutes. So wait for 2 minutes. So let's rename it. And now let's test the step. Obviously it's 2 seconds for now. Afterwards we'll change it. Nice. And now we can go over further with the next step. So we want to just upload the link with the video to our Google Sheets. Let's click on update row in a sheet. Here, choose our document, which is POV, copy of POV videos ideas template, sheet 1, and here we need to provide the ID. So let's close it, and there provide the ID of the Google Sheets. So here we've got the ID, yes, and there we've got video link. So render video. We've got here URL. Let's provide the video link. That's the step. And we can rename it as update video link. That's correct. Let's click rename. And now we need to go over ahead and provide HTTP request. HTTP request. We would like to get this video. And here, what we can do, we can go over and provide the URL. All right, test the step. See if we get it. Nice. We've got our content. Now let's move it here. So as you can see, we've got our render project. We are very, very close. I know this automation is really long. However, after you set it up, you win. Actually, you know, you've got the content which is produced 24 hours, every day. So here, now let's go over and finally post it to YouTube. So there, upload a video. Let's go over and provide a title. So here, what we do, let's take the title from Google Sheets, provide the region, which is Poland for me. Then provide the category, which is entertainment. And here we would like to add the description. So there, let's provide the caption. All right. Let's now test the step. Hopefully it works. Of course, you need to connect your credentials. However, you can find a video about it. Now what we can do, we can provide the if, all right? So the condition. And there we want to provide a value. If actually our upload ID is equal to undefined, we want to go over and provide two different paths. The first path will be about actually updating the Google Sheets. So here, so in general, instead of creating that from scratch, let's copy this note and put it here. Also, again, paste it and put it here because we'll be using actually that for two paths. All right, and here what we have, update, all right, posted video to YouTube. All right, YouTube, rename it. And here what we want to do, we would like to change the production status to here published, and published status to completed, and also set the value. Let me actually check if I didn't. We've got a production status which is complete and published status which is published. All right, so here all right, again, production status complete. There, production status which is complete. All right, and published. And there, for the posted to YouTube, let's make it as true. Now it's nice. We can, for now, what we can do, we can leave the video link. Now let's click on the step. All right, so we've got some problem. Let's see. So it continue with this path. So let's see what we have. All right, so yeah, upload ID is equal to undefined. So there we need to pick is not equal to. All right, so now it should work. Let's see, we've got file branch, and now it continue with the step. Let's see, hopefully it works. Nice, it works. And for this step, we just wanna actually, we can remove the video link and there provide the failed published status. That's right. Let's test the step. However, obviously we won't get anything. And the last step will be for notifying us about a potential problem or not. Let's send a message. All right, where do we have that? Send a message. Here, provide the email. So me, provider, let's say subject, YouTube video was published. And there, let's provide the text. And here, provide the message. I can just copy my message I created previously. So here expression, and I've got the data. You can see title, image generation model, video generation model. Nice. We can test a step. And let me actually see if that works. So I will show you that on the example. Yeah, let's see. Where do we have that? All right. I've got the email with the actually video, even we can preview that. So here, nice. We've got the video which is created. There we've got image model, best, but yeah, for sure it works. Let's go back to our automation, and here, let's go here and copy that again. Where do we have that? We have here. That's perfect. Let's connect that, and here let me provide all right, let me provide other case for the situation when it doesn't, all right, when it doesn't process with the video. Yeah, so we've got it. By this way, we created the entire automation from start to finish. And now what we can do, we can go over to our file right here. And there you can see we've got this video. Let's mark it as complete. And what we can do now, we can test out the entire workflow. So here, this. Let's go over that, and let's go over there and enable that. And now click on test workflow. However, before that even was very important. Remember about changing here the time. So there are the minutes. We can provide, not that's the step, however, change it to minutes. So to the real time, right there, 2 minutes. That's correct. Also there inside the item list output parser, let's change it to 3 items. We want to get 3 titles. And what we have else, and also in the render video, we would like to change the JSON code. So here go over to our community, and here we've got before, actually we need to change the template ID. However, after creating the automation, we have this entire code. So we just specify, like the video URL 1, 2, 0, here the titles, because we have our, item and parser. Actually here we've got 3 items. So obviously we don't have, we don't have 1 video. Let's go over there. Let's paste it. All right. And now what's very important, we can just leave it for now. All right. Because we don't have the data. We see these, red brackets, these red variables, because previously we fed this automation on the only one, title, one idea, all right? So now after you run it, so now we can save it. After you run it, everything should work perfectly. I hope actually, because obviously we may have some problems. Nevertheless, I will see you there after the entire video is generated. So we'll see how it performs. Here we need to wait 3 minutes, 8 minutes, and there 2 minutes. After it's processed, as you can see, everything works pretty well. So we have our video, our images, our sound. However, here we've got some problem. So what we need to do here is actually to change the item to the first item in the row, all right? So let's actually provide the first. And now hopefully it works. So here, let's actually go over there and test the step. So it will go with the further steps, all right? We've got HTTP request. And here also we've got problem with the YouTube video. So what we have here, upload, and there also we need to change that to the first, all right? So let's change to the first. Here, item first. So we just take the first item first. That's cool. Let's now test the step. However, go over here. So there are minor improvements. And all right, again here, let's change it to first. I forgot to do this. All right. For sure now everything should be nice. Let's see. All right, yeah. And at the end, let's test the step. So again, this automation works perfectly. And now what we can do, we can go over there and see the video. So let's view it. Sorry. So it's very, very nice. So let's, Again, we've got the music, blocking arrows with a battered shield. We've got here the sound of the rain. And for me, it's very, very cool. Also, when we go ahead on YouTube, you can see this video is published, so everything works perfectly, we don't have any problems. And by this way, you created the entire automation that allows you to generate POV viral YouTube videos. Remember, actually the main point is to change the theme, to provide something unique that encourages the viewers to view your videos, alright? Remember also inside our community, you've got the entire file, also you've got this JSON file you can go over, download and import inside the n8n, so just import the entire workflow. For now, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next material.